So this is Bio-relativity for North America. The date today is October 7th, 2025. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Greetings, I am Giuliano. We are the Arcturians. It is quite astounding when you realize that man in the state of expanded consciousness can influence Gaia. One of the definitions of a living organism is that that organism maintains homeostasis. There must be adjustments, calculations, and receptivity on the part of a planet to maintain homeostasis, especially in view of the imbalances that now exist on the planet. I know it may be controversial to say that humanity or Homo sapien is contributing to the imbalances. And of course, there is good evidence that solar cycles and other cosmic energy emanations or rejections are also influencing the planet. This has been researched and shown in astrology. And what is the role of humanity with Gaia? I think that is an important subject, because humanity's feedback to Gaia is important to her. In fact, there are only several other animals that give feedback to Gaia. One of them is the dolphins. These are very sacred animals. All animals are sacred, but these two animals are especially sacred because of their ability to communicate with Gaia. Now, you're planetary healers, and you have gained experience over this time period, experience that is vital in communications. I know there are other methods of communicating with Gaia, including using sacred ceremonies, teepees, medicine wheels, prayer circles, and many other methods that are popular among the starseeds. But our method is emphasizing the fifth dimensional energies, and that you are able to participate in the special fifth dimensional atmosphere of light that we have set up for you as you enter our starship. Think of coming into our starship as if you were coming into a submarine that was pressurized and set up with the necessary oxygen for you to function and live healthily. And that may be an interesting analogy, so that we have set up certain parameters of fifth dimensional interactive energy that allow you to interact on our starship and with the holographic image of Gaia that it has a special fifth dimensional connection. For remember that Gaia is also multidimensional. And Gaia also responds to fifth dimensional light and is excited when that opportunity comes, because Gaia knows that despite all of the harm and imbalances that humanity is thrusting upon her, the fact remains that only through a higher evolved species, such as Homo sapien or Homo omega, only through such a high species can Gaia be led herself into the fifth dimension. So Gaia knows that humanity can guide her, help her to ascend. And just like you, Gaia yearns for becoming a fifth dimensional planet. Take 3 deep breaths. And go into a state of spiritual relaxation. I, Giuliano, bring my starship Athena in alignment with the Jupiter corridor and the special alignment with that corridor on planet Earth. And I, from my starship Athena, send to each of you who are hearing my words a corridor of light that's attached to my starship, and through which you, in your higher expanded state of consciousness in your spirit body, will be able to travel and arrive at my starship. So as you are in this deeper state of spiritual relaxation, activate this spiritual molecule within your pineal gland and feel the deeper relaxation that comes with expanded consciousness. The corridor of light surrounds you, and your spirit body rises up and then leaves the crown chakra, enters the corridor of light, the Arcturian corridor of light that we have sent down, and travel now at the speed of thought to my starship Athena in the Jupiter corridor. You arrive at my beautiful starship. It's sparkling, energetic, blue and white. You enter through the portal and feel a magnificent light of the fifth dimension that's especially calibrated for your assimilation, which means that you can receive it and become elevated very easily. You walk down the hallway and into the Gaia Planetary Healing Room, and you come into the chamber and you see the holographic image of Gaia zoomed in on North America. And there are approximately 120 other meditators and planetary healers in this room today with us. Some are from other planets, some are from other dimensions, but they are excited to have the opportunity to work together with you. So we zoom in on North America, and our first task is to become aware of the air and the water and all of the atmospheric pollutions and earth pollutions. And we want to call on an image of cleaning of the Earth's environment in North America, cleaning of the air, purification of the ground, removal of all pollutants, pesticides. And we ask that there be a higher elevation of wisdom by all those in power, so that a deeper respect for the purity of air and the purity of the earth is honored. So we will focus on this affirmation: purify all atmospheres and lands in North America. Now, focus on that bio-relativity affirmation as we go into silence. And be aware that a new sense of wisdom is going to permeate throughout the land, creating a new respect for the purification of the air and the land. Let the land of North America be purified, and let the atmosphere be purified. And let those in charge in any way with these matters be activated in an enlightened way for the highest purity of North America now. This affirmation with your powerful thoughts is now sent to the Gaia feedback loop system. One of the basic necessities for homeostasis in any planet is the possession of a feedback loop system. Next we go to the spiritual light quotient, upliftment. This is quite a task when you consider the energies of polarization and densities and lower vibrations. I, Juliana, call on the etheric crystal of Mount Shasta to rise up. And I connect now with Chief White Eagle, who is the keeper of that crystal, and I will let him lead this part. Hey-oh, hey, hey-oh, hey, hey-oh. O Father, Mother, Creator of all, we, the native peoples, we, the starseeds of planet Earth, are gathered here today to request an upliftment in the spiritual light frequency of the North America. And let any means necessary be used, whether it be through a new spiritual leader or a spiritual event, even an astronomical event from the cosmos. Let there be a event that brings people together for a spiritual upliftment. So let there be now a spiritual upliftment for all beings in North America. Focus on that affirmation now. We'll go back into silence. Hey-ah-ho, hey-ah-ho, hey-ah-ho. And I, Chief White Eagle, call on all my brothers and sisters of the native peoples in North America to awaken with me and let us be leaders of spiritual wisdom, especially when it comes to dealing with Gaia, for that is our specialty. I return you to Giuliano. This is Chief White Eagle. All my words are sacred. Ho! Very good. Thank you, Chief White Eagle. And the light is activated by the Mount Shasta crystal, sending this spiritual upliftment energies. And I may add it'll be a calming energy, an energy that will put out some of the fires of polarization that are filling the North America. Now, speaking of fires, there still are several fires that are involved in Canada. So we will say, through an affirmation, bring in the rains and moisture necessary to extinguish all fires in Canada and in the western United States, bringing an end, a quick end to the fire season. Focus on that now as we go into silence. Gaia is open to receiving that request for more moisture to put out the fires, and we now deliver that affirmation and request directly to her through the Earth feedback loop system. In conclusion, let me have Archangel Michael speak briefly to you, and then I will lead you back to the room from which you came. Greetings, this is Archangel Michael. I wanted to lead a special blessing for North America. For remember, blessing is a method of prayer that helps you connect to the fifth dimension and connects the object of your blessedness to the fifth dimension. High Archangel Michael, bless North America and all of the beings of light and all living beings and plants and animals in North America. And I ask that the Creator Light brings stability, harmony, and balance to the entire continent of North America, so that this area can thrive and be an example of spiritual harmony and balance for all of the world. And so it shall be. Amen. I return you to Giuliano. Well, we could look at the earth on the holographic image, and we see the energy of the blessing filling all areas etherically in North America. And in your prayers tonight, bless North America using Archangel Michael's words and energy. It's time to leave the Gaia Planetary Healing Chamber. You can stand up and you embrace. There are many people here, and several of them are interested in meeting you briefly. Take a moment to interact with these other beings of light that are here. You walk down the hallway filled with light and energy and healing thoughts. For that, walk the portal in which you can ship in the portal. Come out to see the sun. Back to your earth body. You arrive 60 degrees physical body, going through alignment, and end your physical body from alignment. Filled with the light and energy from myself, Chief White Eagle, and Archangel Michael. Good day.